A very good morning, Fabio here. Hope you had an amazing weekend and welcome back to another daily market outlook. So I'm back from Austria, back in the office as you can see, and ready to go back into the new flow of just recording a market outlook every single day from the office. Nothing better than being back in your own routine, in your own country. Not gonna lie, holidays are always nice, but somehow just being back behind your own desk gives me the best feeling in the world. Now, the background is a little bit different just because of the fact that we are still renovating the office, but more on that very, very soon in the next vlog. Austria vlog is being edited as we speak and it should be released next weekend. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the major dollar pairs and of course gold. So EURUSD first. EURUSD saw a bullish Thursday and Friday, and what we can currently see is that the daily fractal range is currently bullish. Okay, so this is bullish because of the fact that we swept the low over here. Now this means that this is currently your fractal low over here and this is currently your fractal high. So this is not ideal for trading, guys. At the moment in time, I am probably going to be staying out of EURUSD until further notice. What I would prefer is for the daily to close like this over here, and then this becomes your fractal high, and then at this point in time this is your fractal low, and then tomorrow we see another bullish candle in towards that supply zone, meaning that this then becomes your fractal low, and then maybe on Wednesday or Thursday we see the break, the retest, and then next week we could get a shorts again. But for now I am not trading EURUSD just because of the fact that my mechanical strategy is implying to me that we should not take a trade. Okay, so I'm just going to be waiting just because of the fact that this is now your fractal low on the daily, and also if you go in towards the 4-hour time frame, what you are able to see is that the 4-hour fractal low got broken over here. So this was a low break on the fractal low, and then this is your fractal high. So this actually means that you get the push down, push up, push down, you break structure, this is your fractal high, and then boom, we break it again in towards the upside. Now, to me, this means that this is now your 4-hour fractal low, and this is now your 4-hour fractal high. So what I would now prefer is for just the order flow to simply hold over here and push the market potentially up higher this week to then break structure again, and then we get something like this, and then this, and then this, and then this. That is obviously preferable. Could it already just start selling off? Yes. If we break this low again, then I'll be happy to look for shorts once again. I'll also go down in towards the daily, and then you also see that this is a daily fractal low break, and then we can get into shorts again. But obviously when we look at premium versus discount, you want to preferably be selling over here and not over here, right? Because then we can still get the entire impulse down instead of selling inside of the impulse itself. So that's what I'm looking at on EURUSD. It's not very interesting at this point in time, but I hope that clarifies it for you. Going into the dollar index here on the daily time frame is still extremely bullish. We can all very clearly see that we have the push up, we have the retracement, we have the push up, we have the retracement, now we have the push up. One single candlestick doesn't really mean anything. Overall momentum is still up. So let's see if we get another bullish week for the dollar overall. The weekly time frame sadly did reject this liquidity high, but it is still a strong bullish candle. So let's see if we break this high over here, then I'm not going to be surprised if we hit that weekly area of supply. So very curious to see what will happen this week. For now, everything is still bullish. Only the 4-hour needs some more bullish momentum once again. And the reason I was referring to that high is because that is also your 4-hour fractal high. And at this point in time, what happened was that we pretty much shifted. This area of 4-hour demand did not hold. It broke. Now this is therefore your buy before the sell, right? So the buy up before the sell down. And that is now acting as supply. So that could cause the dollar to sell off a little bit more back down in towards, for example, this demand zone. But preferably we would just see it break up higher. Are we going to see this area of demand? Not sure, but if we break this low, then I would not be surprised if we do. If the order flow for now just respects and we respect this area of demand, then we should just continue with the order flow up higher on the dollar. So keep that in mind when trading dollar pairs. Looking at AU, AU is a lot cleaner than EU in the sense that it is still very, very bearish, as we can see. So only looking for shorts. Now, furthermore, here on the daily time frame, what are we looking for? Well, we're again looking for a short opportunity. This is currently your daily fractal high. This is the fractal low. Only interested in shorts until this black line breaks. So nothing on the long side of things, only looking for shorts. Then we'd go down in towards the 4-hour time frame, and on the 4-hour time frame we can see that the order flow is currently holding. So what do I mean with the overall order flow? Well, the sell before the buy is holding. Then again, the sell before the buy now is also holding. So I'm just simply looking for the overall order flow to continue, maybe take out these equal highs over here or over here, and then see if any bearish momentum comes in, 4-hour structural shift, and then potentially we can look for shorts again. But for now, there is nothing here on AU. Obviously, it already made its move last week. Looking here at the weekly time frame, for myself, there is still a little bit more room for it to go, as I wanted to grab the liquidity underneath this overall swing low, from where I do kind of expect a reaction to form. Yes, we already took out this low over here, but for me, this is the real significant low where liquidity lies. Now going into GBPUSD next. So GU over here, you can very clearly see from a daily perspective that this is actually the most clean pair of them all. We have a very clear daily order flow going on over here, where at this point in time, we have gotten a daily fractal high. So a daily fractal high is positioned on this bullish candle over here. This is your protected high. This over here is your open low. So what we can see is that we have the buy up, sell down, boom, tap back in, push back down, boom, tap back in, and now we're looking for another push back down to create a new lower low. So GU is therefore the cleanest one in my opinion. We've already made a beautiful retracement into premium, and we're now seeing downside continuation as of the early morning. Obviously nothing really substantial, but for now myself, GU is the cleanest pair of them all. Actually, this is now the fractal high over here, and this is now the fractal low. So what I'm now simply looking for is for the 1 hour to form, let's say, some liquidation and see the overall momentum kick down lower. We would at least need to see the lows over here of this demand zone get broken before looking for any shorts. For now, yes, supply seems to be in control, but it's not a very strong supply chain, and this is actually the demand that is currently in control. So let's see if this is just a liquidation of early sellers, and then we start to get a push up again. This could just happen, so keep that in mind when looking at GU. It is not a very safe sell because there's no clear liquidation or whatsoever happening or going on. So I would prefer for it to grab liquidity above this high again, and then provide us with the 4-hour change of character, and then look for a short on the then created area of supply. So this is for me the number one setup that I'm looking for, and I'll wait for that to form. Going into NZDUSD, NZDUSD is very similar to AUDUSD in the sense that yes, shorts are still on the table. There is still a lot of bearish momentum. There's no reason to be longing this. But again, we are not in a very good area of value. So here, for example, you see that there are clear mini fractal pullbacks the entire time. And now this is the fractal high, the black line. And we're trading in or very deep inside of the range, inside discount. This is now the fractal range, so preferably you would at least want to see a pullback back up. So let's wait for that to happen. We need a higher pullback before getting in on any trade. Furthermore, also the 4-hour time frame is not ready yet. This is currently the 4-hour fractal low. If that low were to break, then obviously we can get into shorts, but preferably you would want to see a pullback into premium and then get the 4-hour fractal shift, and then we can sell the entire impulse down, as that is going to be a far higher probability trade than literally selling on the breakout over here of the low, right? Because then you're trading literally into the potential pullback play. So you always want to be trading inside of an impulse, right? Inside of an impulse, because the impulse is always going to be bigger than the continuation, right? Because if you look at an overall trend, where do you want to be selling? You want to be selling above this break of structure. You don't want to be selling below it, because below it, you know 100% certain that there is going to be a pullback. Obviously, you also know that there could be like little pullbacks inside the overall impulse down, but more often than not, this will just be a nice impulsive move down. And that's what I'm also looking for here on NZDUSD. Last of all, gold. Gold itself has been pushing up higher. I was interested in potential shorts last week when we had here a fractal high break and then here a fractal low break. This then became your area of supply. Then I went in towards the 1-hour time frame and I was looking for a potential short. However, what we can very clearly see is that the overall order flow just maintained itself. And this is what I'm currently looking at on AU and U. You can very clearly see the sell before the buy just keeps on holding. So there is no reason to be selling because the overall order flow is just bullish. So now what has happened is that here on the daily time frame, we have retraced into these imbalance candles which could push the market down lower. Keep that in mind. So now what I do is I go back down in towards the 4 hour, and now we just wait for confirmation, because on the 4 hour time frame we still have equal lows open, and with equal lows I mean these lows over here, which are ascending, and this is now the fractal high break. This is now your fractal low. So once we break this low over here, then I'll be happy to look for a short to take out these equal lows over here. Otherwise, gold should just continue pushing up higher and take out these equal highs as long as the overall demand chain simply holds. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you all a fantastic trading day, and speak soon.